Hey Stephen, I wanted to give you a quick little rhythm lesson for a blues like the one that we've been playing, the 12-bar blues. Um, you've probably heard songs that have that kind of a shuffly kind of feel. Well, let's look at that a little bit, what I just played in the first part of the video. I'm playing essentially three chords. An A chord, which this is just using my fifth string, and I'm holding down the second fret of the string right below it. And that's the only two strings that I'm playing. It's just these two strings. I'm not strumming across all the strings. I'm just strumming those two. I'm using the A chord. That's my A. Now I'm going to take that same shape and I'm going to move it down one set of strings. Now I'm picking my D string and the second fret of the string right below it. So A chord, D chord, and E chord. I'm now using the E string, the top string, and the second fret on the string right below it. Now, first let's talk about the rhythm. I'm essentially playing what would be called a shuffle rhythm. Instead of counting it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm kind of spacing it out a little bit differently. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. That gives us that bluesy kind of shuffly feel. Now, you probably saw that I was doing something with my fingers here to change the sound of that. So let's look first at just the A chord, my A chord that I'm using on the fifth string and the fourth string, just playing those two. Now, I'm essentially playing this. I'm holding down the second fret, and sometimes I'll move up on that same string to the fourth fret using my third finger. And I'm going back and forth. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. In our blues, after 4 bars, we do that same thing on the next set of strings down. We move to the D. A 2, a 3, a 4, back to A. A 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, 3, a 4. Here's the E. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. D. A. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. That was my very last bar in that, where it goes, half of it is A, 1, a 2, and then E, 3, a 4, and then we start back over at the beginning of it. Now, one thing that kind of gives my chords that choppy kind of staccato feel is after I play my chord, notice that on my right hand, I'm plucking and then laying my hands down on the strings to stop them. I'm also doing a little bit with my left hand too. Let me get it closer here. Strum and then release pressure. If I just pick that one string, as soon as I release the pressure on that string, the note stops. I'm keeping my finger on the string. I'm not lifting it all the way up. Yeah, as soon as I let go with that string, that note stops, and I'm helping it a little bit with my right hand here. Now I've got a lot of control over what we're hearing. So our 12-bar blues has 4 bars of A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then we move to D for 2 bars. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to A for 2 bars. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bar of E. 2, 3, 4. 1 bar of D. 2, 3, 4. 1 bar of A, and one that's halved. And then start all over again. The 1 bar that's halved is half A, half E. A, E. That last bar would be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start all over again. Now we could play these using open chords like the A7, the D7, and the E7 chord. You could use those. Sounds pretty good. Sounds good. You could use the D7, the E7, and A. You can use those chords as well. You can see I'm still using that muting technique. My hand is laying on the strings. Same thing with D and E. You can do that. I just wanted to show you the little boogie woogie little pattern here. It's a little easier to, I don't know, it sounds bluesy, and I think it's a little easier at first to play these, to get used to muting these little 2-string chords as opposed to the big full chords. I hope that helps. At least gives you something to kind of look at. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be glad to go over this stuff when we get together this week. I'll talk to you soon. See you, man.